Where should you live in Houston, Texas? Well, in this video, we'll be discussing places to live in Houston, Texas. So, moving to Houston, Texas has a lot of opportunities, including a very diverse culture, promising jobs, better than most price homes, one of the widest varieties of food selections, and plenty of outdoor activities. Hi, I'm Will Johnson. I'm a local realtor here in the greater Houston area. If you're thinking about visiting here, feel free to give me a call, send me a text message, an email, or even an Instagram DM. Also, if you're thinking about moving to this area, I'm a realtor. I'd love to work with you and help you find a home. So as you all know, Houston is a very large city. The population in the greater Houston area is about 7.1 million. In the actual city limits, Houston's population is about 2.3 million. The median income is $45,728. The median age is 33, so it's a relatively young town, and the median home price is $220,000. Where should you live in Houston, Texas? Well, Houston, Texas is a very big area. If you're the type of person where you don't have a driver's license, or you can't drive, or you just rather not drive, Houston, Texas has public transportation. So Houston, Texas has these train trolleys that go all through the city, especially in the inner city, in between the 610 area, and you can get around that way. I met a guy who he made good money, but he preferred to just ride the Houston Street bus. So that was a different thing for me when I came here, because I didn't know that some people prefer not to drive. I guess that's kind of the way it is in New York and places like that, but I was just not accustomed to this. So if you don't have a car, you can just ride the public transportation that Houston provides, or you could ride bikes. They have lanes for bikes and for other things, other types of transportation. So if you're a person like that, you'll probably want to stay in Houston, in the heart of the city, to where there is a lot of public transportation. You'll have access to all of the major sporting events. You'll have access to the colleges. You'll have access to the Houston Zoo. So just about anything major that everybody in the outskirts come to Houston to see, you will have access to that via the public transportation of Houston. Now, that brings us to where else is there to stay in Houston. So the way Houston is designed, it has this little circle, this little highway called 610. And in 610, everything inside is the downtown areas, a lot of the things that you would go to for the major sporting events, like the Toyota Stadium and the Minute Maid Stadium. Then Houston has another circular highway on the outskirts called Beltway 8. So Beltway 8 is on the outskirts of Houston, and it goes through Houston with a few areas, but it's primarily on the outskirts of Houston. Beltway 8 is a toll road, so they charge you, but when you're here and you're driving a lot, it's worth it to get it. You'll sign up for Easy Tag, and you'll get this Easy Tag and get to places a lot faster that have happened to rely on 610 and the regular highways that Houston has. So Northeast Houston is a very nice area. You have the Humble, Tuscaloosa, and Kingwood area. It's not an actual city, but it's a big suburb. They use the Humble ISD school system, but this is a very nice area to move. A lot of people retire and they move to this area. There's a lot of golf courses here. I have a video I made on the Humble, Tuscaloosa area, or the Northeast Houston area. If you would like to see that video, I have a link up here that's showing that video. So Northwest Houston, you're gonna have the Cypress area. So in the Cypress area is also a very nice area with a lot of nice homes there. And you're gonna have the Cypress, and then Tomball area. In very North Houston, you're gonna have a very nice suburbs. You have Spring, Texas. Then you're gonna have the Woodlands, Texas. The Woodlands is very nice. It's a very nice place to live. They have very big suburbs. The trees are very tall there, and the homes are very nice there. The city of South Houston is on the southeast Houston side. You also have the city of Pasadena. If you want to see the video I made on Pasadena, Texas, I'll have another link up here. But Pasadena, Texas is one of the places in the greater Houston area that has the most affordable places to live in the city. Also, Pasadena, Texas has a lot of the power plants and refineries there. So Pasadena, Texas has a street called 225 where there's a lot of power plants and refineries. I wouldn't recommend living right off of that highway, although a lot of people do. But there's a lot of refineries, so a lot of people like to work in that area because there's a lot of high income jobs there for a lot of craftsmen and a lot of skillsmen. If you want to live on the outside of Houston and that's not considered as much of a Houston suburb, it's its own city and it's separate but it's close. This little town called Baytown is booming, it's growing a lot. A lot of people are moving out there. They have so many new homes out there. I've did videos on new homes in Baytown. So South Houston. In South Houston there's this place called Pearland, which is south of Houston. If you're going to the southwest part of Houston, you have the Rosenberg and the Missouri City area. So these are towns and suburbs that live in this area. Also, if you're going west Houston, you'll have the city of Katy. Is a very nice selection to stay. City of Katy has a lot of people out there. There's a very big population out there in Katy. There's a lot of new homes, a lot of new subdivisions out there. So Katy, at the time of this video, is getting a new subdivision called the Centura subdivision, which is gonna be like the Balmora subdivision that's found in Atascocita, Texas, which is a subdivision that has its own man-made beach and is just very nice. So a lot of people are moving out there. So Katy is growing very fast. Also, Katy has a lot of nice schools and they have one of the best football schools there is in Texas. I believe they win a lot of state championships there. So if you're interested in that, Katy, Texas might be a good place. I believe I covered everywhere in the surrounding area of Houston. If I missed anything, people, please put it in the comments below. So some of the most affordable neighborhoods in the Houston area are the neighborhoods, I will just name the cities, areas like Pasadena, Texas. That's one of the most affordable places anyone can live in the Houston area. Also, more affordable than Pasadena, this place called Channelview, Texas. Those are some of the most affordable places to stay in the Houston area. So now, one thing that a lot of people are interested in is the richest neighborhoods in Houston. So we'll be discussing a few of the most expensive neighborhoods in the Houston area. Well, I have about 7 of these and I'll read off. So coming in at number 1 is this neighborhood called Piney Point Village. Piney Point Village has a median home cost of $2,420,000. Very nice homes here. The subdivision is very, very nice. Coming in at number 2 is this neighborhood called River Oaks. Again, very expensive. Most people can't afford it. River Oaks community has a median home cost of $2,388,500. Southside Place subdivision, the median home cost comes in at $2,150,000. Bunker Hill Village subdivision. The Bunker Hill Village subdivision has a median home cost of $1,961,000. The Carlton Woods subdivision has a median home cost of $1,805,000. This area is very nice. The whole Woodlands, Texas is a very nice area with expensive homes. The average home cost in the Woodlands is going to be in the $400,000 to $500,000 range, period. But the Carlton Woods will be the most expensive neighborhood there. The Hunter Creek Village subdivision has a median home cost of $1,749,000. Again, just like the others, the neighborhood is very nice. The coming in at number 7 is the West University Place subdivision. This subdivision is located close to the Bel Air area, which is another nice area. So that wraps things up for places to live in the Houston, Texas area. Again, if you guys are thinking about moving here, feel free to send me a call, a text message, Instagram DM, however you can get a hold of me, because I love to hear from you guys. And if you're relocating to this area, I love to work with you as a real estate agent. Till then, see you in the next video.